following content is for entertainment purposes only, and it's based on alleged information. The creators of this video do not endorse or confirm the accuracy of the information presented. Enjoy. Anthony!
Aaron!
Oh my God. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just staying young, fit, and fabulous.
Yo, how do you do that?
You know, working out with Sheree, drinking my smart water, and just being honest and pure, honey.
Y'all, he got us in the clubhouse with the music. The speaker is playing up top.
I'm getting ready to move out of my apartment, and you know what? I don't need nobody seeing an empty nest, child.
You don't need them doing what? Oh, an empty apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going?
I'm moving to the young, fabulous LA to just reach my cheetah-licious potential.
Not Yo, okay, well, I'm excited that you are on the show. You were Drew Sidor's assistant. For those of you who don't know, this is Anthony D. They call you Messy. They didn't like you last season.
They don't like a lot of people that are currently on that cast. So you know what? I'm going to take the baton and run with it.
Okay. So you were Drew Sidor's assistant. Well, you used to help Sheree out.
Mm-hmm.
But you were never officially her assistant.
I was
correct?
never Sheree's assistant. That's an insinuation that Drew put out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that she said out of her mouth. Me and Sheree have a really long-standing relationship, and I was just helping a friend. And you know what? She's helped me as well, too. Two friends just helping each other.
Okay, so two friends helping each other. So then you was hired by Drew because you knew Drew back in L.A.
Yeah.
Okay. And so y'all was hanging out, but y'all didn't work together in L.A., right?
No, we just hung out in L.A. We ripped and ran the streets together. We went to all the Hollywood parties together. And I've seen Drew do a lot of things and a lot of activities that, you know, she probably didn't think would hear or see the day of light. But you know what? You never win when you play dirty, honey.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay. So now you work for Sheree.
Well, no, I'm not working with Sheree. I work for myself, honey.
Okay, so you work for yourself. So what is your affiliation with Sheree today?
That's one of my good girlfriends. That's my fitness coach, honey. She's helped bring this waist in and pull this face up, darling. And she's just really a big sister to me. She's everything that I could imagine that a friend should be, and I love that.
So you worked out to get that body?
Absolutely.
You ain't get no surgeries?
I got surgery 2 years ago, but you know you got to keep it up. Doing a lot of running.
Okay, so what you get?
I got lipo 360, I got ab etching, and I got a BBL.
Okay, lipo, ab etching to get abs. So you have abs.
Uh-huh.
You can see them.
If I put down them burgers, yeah.
Okay, so lipo, abs, and then Botox.
Yeah, Botox.
And what else?
Fillers.
Fillers.
For high definition and volume.
Okay, what's next?
What's next? Well, this fall, I'm going to go get my teeth done, of course, and I'm going to get one more round of lipo. I'm all about, you know, staying young, trim, and right, honey. And if the gym ain't going to do it, honey, guess what? The doctor can.
What's wrong with your teeth?
There's nothing wrong with my teeth. I just want a Hollywood smile to go with my Hollywood persona.
You do have a Hollywood persona.
Yes, absolutely. I've been doing this Hollywood thing since 2012. I've just been chasing my dreams. I actually got my start working with Delicious down at Radio 1.
The one who just got a divorce.
Yes, Miss London Charles. Yep, she's
what happened with that?
Woo, you know, I haven't talked to D in years. What I can say that is that she's a young woman. She's a fabulous woman.
Young? This the one that was on Flavor of Love?
Yeah, okay.
What you mean young?
All right, well, she's a woman of a particular age.
Okay.
But you know what, though? She has a young heart and a young spirit. She's a great mother. And she's a great businesswoman. So you know what? I hope that she finds the man of her dreams, honey. I just don't think that Santana was it for her.
Well, Raymond Santana, he's a part of the Exonerated Five. Dang. So when I saw they broke up and she went onto Instagram and she was like, yeah, he deceived me. He's nothing who I thought he was.
Well, she's actually probably right about that. Once again, I haven't talked to Delicious in years, but when I was working for Drew, I actually found out that she lived in her neighborhood. She lived around the corner. So, you know, Drew and her estranged husband now, Ralph, Delicious and Santana, they had a lot of dinners. And, you know, Drew told me a lot of things about their relationship that she shouldn't have told me about. But I can say this. Delicious deserves to be happy. I want to see her have her own dating reality show. I want to hear her get back on the radio. And I don't want her to stop wearing those cheap boutique outfits on Instagram. And outside of that, she's going to be everything because she's a great woman and she's the one that gave me my start in this industry.
Cute. Okay, so what is your title? What do the people call you? Like Anthony D what? You were Anthony the assistant, now you're Anthony D.
They just call
Anthony.
me. They just call me Anthony. The ALG experience. I might be here today. I might be gone tomorrow. But guess what? I'm always gonna stay. Always gonna stay true to myself.
Okay, so do you also work with Nene? Right?
No, I do not. Don't work with Nene.
You don't work with Nene.
She's a really good associate of mine. My best friend in the industry, his name is Freedom. He's a celebrity makeup artist, and he does her makeup. So I've been around her a couple of times, patronized her lounge. I was able to go to Greg's funeral. She's a really, really great woman. I just think
so. That's your friend,
associate.
If you going to her husband's funeral, that's your friend.
Well, honey, everybody was there, honey. It was at the Lanithia Lounge.
Okay. So, are you going to be on this season of RHOA? We saw you in the preview.
Yeah, so I'm going to be in a couple of episodes this season, and then hopefully with season 16 getting ready to gear up, I'll have more of a supporting friend role.
Okay, are you hanging out with Sheree this season?
Absolutely. I hang out with her on and off the camera, honey.
You so funny. What are y'all doing on the cameras?
On the cameras, we just being our authentic selves. We being true to ourselves, and we're just being honest, and we just reading these girls for filth.
Okay, so last season you were Drew's assistant, and y'all were talking about how Sheree don't pay.
Mm-hmm.
Now this season, are you with Sheree? You kikiing with Sheree, and are y'all talking about how Drew don't pay?
Ooh, Drew still ain't paid me my $2,500, but that's for another conversation. Drew, let me tell you something about Drew. Drew will pay people to keep them happy, to keep their mouths closed. And, she paid me, preferably really well, during my times with her. But money is the root of all evil, honey, and that's what destroyed her household, honey. That and a few other things.
Money is the root of all evil.
Money is the root of all evil. Let me tell you something. She pays money out to clean up her dirty work. She has everybody watching her kids. Let me tell you something. She'll hire a chef to cook the kids dinner, and the next minute she'll have the chef washing them up in the tub.
Okay, that's what I heard. So the chef that sued her, they was like babysitting and nannying and cleaning. Do you know about that?
So actually, Drew has another assistant by the name of Danielle, hunky-dory dinosaur-like woman. And we were inquiring about bringing chefs onto the team. And in particular, the one chef that she's actually going through the lawsuit now came to cook for the family. Let me tell you something. The woman's food was phenomenal. I didn't catch any hair in my food. And the woman can really cook.
But she's shaped like a dinosaur?
Danielle is, yeah.
Okay, Danielle is shaped like the dinosaur, but the
hardcore
the
lesbian.
Chef, Danielle is a lesbian.
Yeah, she's a lesbian. She's cross-eyed and she has bad fashion.
What's your issue with Danielle?
I don't have an issue with Danielle. I just have an issue with the games that Danielle plays. She'll smile in your face one moment, honey, and she'll be reading you behind your back the next moment, honey. Just like Drew.
So what is the name of the chef?
I actually forgot her name.
But you had her food.
I had her food.
And it was no hair in it.
It was no hair in it.
Now, is this the same instance? So you were still with Drew when this lady was around?
Yes, absolutely. So Drew needed a nanny at that time. She wanted to have Danielle be the nanny for the kids, but Drew's kids are kind of on the bad side. So ain't nobody really checking to watch them like that. So
Don't be talking about the kids now.
I mean, I'm not talking about the kids. I'm just stating the facts, honey. They was running around the house barefoot, wild and crazy.
That's what kids do.
Honey, well, back in my day, honey, my mama pulled my pants down and whooped my ass. And
okay, so they do gentle parenting over there.
No, she does non-parenting over there. I believe Ralph plays the mother role and he plays the father role very well. I don't think it's Ralph per se. I think it's more so Drew. She needs to be a little bit more attentive to her kids. She needs to be a little bit more in her kids' life, and she needs to be a better mother. I can say this. She has everybody running around in the city of Atlanta watching her kids, and that chef, actually, that was at the house, do you know her name?
Monique,
Manietta, whatever she goes by these days. She was actually bathing the kids in the tub. Mm-hmm. She was bathing the kids in the tub. She was helping assist them with their homework, doing everything outside of cooking for them kids. Because, Drew likes to bring fast food in and out of the house. And, it's a mess over there.
Her and Marlo had that in common.
I mean, but I'm going to tell you something, that Marlo runs her household a lot better than Drew does. Even though Drew had the kids in the womb, Marlo had the kids in her brain, honey.
Wow. Okay, so nothing was wrong with the chef.
Nothing was wrong with the
Okay,
chef.
so you think the chef deserved her money? Was it like a tentative like trial period? Like,
Yeah, so Drew, she loves to do trials, just like most of these girls here in Atlanta do that. The girls in Atlanta, it's a trend down here, just like with the Africans. They love to bring a gay on. They love to bring a chef on.
that's true.
They love to bring somebody on without payment or try to build a relationship with them. And then they call it a trial period. And then once the trial period ends and you hit them with your fee, honey, they'll hit you with either hit the dough or they'll pay the fee and they'll use you like she used me.
Yeah, you gotta come over. Okay, so listen, they don't make you sign an NDA?
Did Drew make me sign an NDA? Yes, she did, but that was just for my trial period working with her.
Okay, so after the trial period is no NDA.
And I really wouldn't even call it a trial period. I started working with her in August of whatever year that was, of August of season 13, and I stayed with her all the way up until the end of the year. So
Okay.
August, September, October, November, December, 5 months.
Okay.
5 months and about 8 years of friendship.
Oh, you worked with her a total of 5 months.
Total of 5 months.
That's
yeah.
not that long.
It's not that long. But she paid good. She paid me my fee. And she did what she had to do.
Except for the last $2,500 check.
Exactly.
Okay, because people under my comments be like, this is why these celebrities need to make the assistants and stuff sign the NDAs.
Well, see, honey, my thing is this. They want assistants to sign NDAs and they want people to sign NDAs because they want to live their truth. And their truth is so wildishly fake that they don't want anybody to call it out.
Okay. So listen, you're on this season. I believe Sheree had an event. I'm not sure whose event it was. I'm assuming it's Sheree.
Yep, it was for Sheree's granddaughter, Mecca.
And that's so cute. And then
It's Mecca's world.
I love that.
Yeah,
So you be
she's-
hanging out with the baby?
I've been around the baby a couple of times. You know, we've ran errands together. I've been over to the house to play with the baby. And, you know, she's a phenomenal grandmother. I believe that that Cairo is a great father. And his baby mother is exceptionally beautiful. She should really be sitting with the Kardashians, if you ask me.
Oh, my
He
God.
has really good taste in women.
Oh, my God.
I live for her, actually.
So you went to Mecca's party.
Mm-hmm.
And then Drew Sidora showed up.
Yeah, she showed up with her belly and toe.
She did not want to go in.
Yeah, she didn't want to go in because we had an altercation at Nene's Lounge
Right.
a few months prior to that. And you want to know what the altercation happened because of her?
Right. We
And-
talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you,
so
honey.
She threw a bag.
She threw
You said
a cheap bag.
A Gucci bag.
Yeah, black.
Gucci's not cheap.
Honey, her bag was cheap. It's the black round one with the colorful G's on it. You know, about 4 years old. She wears a lot of plagiarized bags, honey. So I don't know if it was real or fake, honey. But I just know she threw it at me, honey. And you see how I come through.
So she threw it at you and you threw it back.
Mhm.
So did you hit her? It was no fist to fist contact, no skin to
It was no
skin to-
fist to fist.
Okay.
It was no fist to fist. It was she threw the bag at me. I threw it back at her. I read her for filth. I called her husband afterwards and read his wife for filth to him on the phone. And I actually had, my friend Freedom with me. He's the celebrity makeup artist. It was just a wild, crazy night that night. I believe that Nene at that time was possibly trying to get back on the show. And she used the weakest link on the show to help her do that, which was Drew. She insisted that we came up to the lounge, honey, and she got a live recording and a live show.
A mess.
It was a mess, honey. But it was a legendary time at that Lanithia.
So at Sheree's party, she didn't want to go. So what happened? Did she end up going into the party? Like, did
Yes,
you have to leave?
Well, honey, I didn't have to go anywhere.
Did you leave?
No, I did not. I left when I wanted to.
But you left and then she came?
No, we were there about the same amount of time. She actually left like 15 minutes after I did.
So she walked into the party while you was there?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all speak?
I was yelling at her during the okay, so Sheree has a beautiful home.
Mhm.
So I was in the living room and Drew was going downstairs. Drew, I was, just reading her for filth for the late girl that she is. She doesn't know how to live in her truth. And I let her know about that, Her and Ralph met at a swingers club back in LA. And it's just, if she started living in her truth.
What you mean a swingers is like married couples, no? Like couples, right?
So, let me tell you something. Drew has been eating pussy. She's been kissing women. And she's been indulging in lesbian activities since I've known her.
And that was back in LA. How far away? How long ago was that?
Ooh, the year 2015. The place, the Valley, North Hollywood. The place, the Valley, North Hollywood. Just all over LA. She was running around kissing girls, honey. Katy Perry was playing Live, Live, and Proud in the background.
So
Ooh,
she's always liked girls.
She's always liked women. And you know
and you know you're not supposed to out people, Anthony.
Why?
Because if somebody wants to be honest, if they want to be honest about their sexuality, you allow them that space.
She doesn't even want to be honest about her parenting skills.
So was she cheating on her husband? Because we see this season, they're saying that she was kissing up on LaToya. So let me ask you this. Is Ralph okay with her kissing girls?
Let me tell you something.
When they was in the marriage?
From when I was around her and Ralph, I can say that the sex life from my ears and my knowledge is non-existent. So yeah, he was always coming in and out of the house, different times of the night. That's why she always had, random people at the house watching the kids. He's always flying in and out of town doing tech-like things. So do I believe that they had other people in the bedroom? Allegedly, on my end, yes, I do. Did I see it with my own eyes? No.
Okay, so you are assuming that their sex life was like at a 3.
I say
out of 10.
I probably say a 2 out of 10.
A 2 out of 10. Okay, and
I mean, who would want to have sex with her? Her body.
So do you? That is not nice. Okay, you
cannot
buy.
Truth.
You can't call these women no names, and you can't body shame them.
I mean, a read is a read, honey.
No.
But you know what? We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it.
Drew's a beautiful woman.
She's beautiful. She has a beautiful face card.
She does have a beautiful face.
A beautiful face
Her face
card.
Is everything.
With a flat ass, wide feet, and bad ankles.
Okay, so was she? So she was kissing up on girls while they was married.
Absolutely.
And was Ralph okay with that? Do they have an agreement? Because some people feel like, is her kissing up on girls, was that his excuse to leave the marriage?
Ralph has been wanting to leave this marriage, and I don't believe it's because of her kissing other women. I believe he accepted the fact that she's an undercover lesbian or undercover bisexualista, if you must. Mm-hmm. I believe the divorce is happening because of her parenting skills. She can't cook. She doesn't know how to clean. She doesn't know how to have the title of being a real housewife.
So did they have an agreement? Like, it's okay for you to kiss girls?
I don't believe they had an agreement. No, I just believe that Ralph did what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it and how he wanted to do it.
So did they both do what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it?
Yes.
Is that what? So they was cheating on each other. So is that an open relationship, or are they cheating on each other?
I believe they were cheating on each other because they weren't being completely open about what they were doing to each other. But anytime I'm living in the house with a man and he's leaving out at 11 o'clock at night, not coming home till 11 o'clock in the morning, honey, and he's telling me that he was working, honey, he was fucking.
So, okay.
I'm telling you, when the cameras would wrap at her house, Ralph would pack up one of those cheap suitcases he got from the local Walmart, honey, and he was hitting it, honey, on the next Delta flight smoking, bitch.
So who's the woman? Is it women? It's women, right?
I believe there were multiple women.
So that's what he was doing in Tampa?
Absolutely. She already told me that's what he was doing in Tampa.
So how come we know who Drew's been kissing on, i.e. LaToya and Ty, but we don't ever get no women coming out like...
Well, let's rewind this interview, honey. They pay good. They pay the price to be, I'm not even going to call them the boss. They just pay the price to do what they want to do. They will literally blackmail people, if you must, or pay people off to keep their mouth shut. But honey, no amount of money isn't going to be able to shut me up, honey, unless you're talking $1 million.
You got to sign that NDA. Drew, make your people sign that NDA.
Girl, it's just, she's tired, she's pretentious, and she's calculated.
Okay, so they was cheating on each other.
Cheating on each other.
Okay, so now that you're no longer working with her, y'all had that incident. Now you hanging out with Sheree. Y'all was at the party, so y'all was at the party together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's going on with Sheree then?
Sheree right now is in her soft girl era.
Who introduced Martell to Sheree?
Tell
the truth and shame the devil.
I am the one who hooked them up. I introduced them to each other. I'm not gonna say I hooked them up, but I introduced them to each other. I've been knowing Martell for quite some time, and I've been knowing Sheree for a couple of years. And I just thought to myself, they both are into fitness, they both are into family, and they are both into love and happiness. And they're both of a particular age. So I'm like, let me see what my friends can do together. This was way off camera when I introduced them to each other, and they had been talking for a long time before those cameras had rolled. And you want to know what? I believe that where they're at right now is really, really good.
Are they together?
If you want me to put it in my own terms, I would say that they're friends with good benefits.
Okay, friends with benefits, but we haven't made it to the boyfriend-girlfriend title.
They were boyfriend and girlfriend, for a while, and then
So they broke up.
I'm not gonna say they broke up. It was just more of a mutual agreement that at this time, Martell just has a lot of things that he had to handle, with his family and also with his business dealings and things like that. And Sheree had a lot of personal things that she had to deal with as well too. So they just put a pause on it, but they still are really, really good friends.
Okay. So was he at the reunion?
No, not from my knowledge.
Boo.
But that's just from my knowledge. What do I know?
Okay. Well, the reunion was really cute, though. Did you see the leaked photo?
Yeah, I seen it.
Who leaked it? Do you know who leaked it? Apparently, production is upset because one of the housewives leaked the photo. Jamie, who works with Kandi, went onto Instagram and she said whichever housewife leaked the photo should be demoted or fired.
And we also know that Jamie works for Kandi.
Jamie works for Kandi.
And we also know that Kandi is a coon.
I ain't say all that. I'm not gonna have
I'm saying it. Fuck Kandi. She's a coon. I'm saying it.
Wow.
I believe that it was an inside job. And I also believe this. Kandi's on the chopping block for season 16.
Who told you that?
Honey, the streets tell me everything, honey. And I just come back and I just deliver God's word.
I mean, she was sitting at the end.
She's always sitting at the end.
Riddle me this. Why was Sheree at the front next to Andy?
Because she's the OG and the head woman in charge. And if it wasn't for her, honey, would none of them have a seat at the table? Let's be very clear. If it wasn't for Sheree, Kim, Nene, there would be no Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
Ensemble cast, the house that they built that together.
Okay, you've been watching the season, right?
I tuned in.
So you said that you have the streets are telling you that Kandi's on the chopping block for season 16.
Absolutely.
Is that why she's sitting on the end?
Absolutely.
Okay, so did Kandi's team leak the photo?
Absolutely.
Who told you that?
Aaron, you've been doing your research. Let me just tell you this. I know a lot of people that know Jamie, and I know that Kandi is, Kandi plays a lot of dirty games. You know what I'm saying? And Nene has insinuated the type of games and antics that these girls do behind the scenes. And let me tell you something, honey. Old Lady Gang is about 2 stars away from getting shut down. Blaze is about to get, so she want to keep that housewife check going, and she's willing to use the Kandi coded clique or the Kandi coded team in order to do things of damage control. I do know this, that a lot of the girls were, under the impression that, somebody from somebody's team leaked something. And I personally believe that it was Kandi's team. I believe that it was Jamie.
Why would Kandi do that?
Because
she's on the chopping block.
Because she's on the chopping block, and if you look at that picture, honey, she's the only woman in the picture that doesn't look distorted outside of that bad vibe.
I did notice that. Kandi did look the best. And Kandi's on the end when I feel like she had a pretty relevant season. No, she had tension with Sheree. She had tension with Marlo. She had tension with Drew. She had tension with Sonia.
And the only person that really gave her the only person that she only gave a show to was Courtney.
Right. And Marlo. She said the only reason why I'm crying is because I can't chuck your ass. And then she threatened
And my thing is this. We all know Kandi is from the hood, honey. She lives in Cascade. She lives off Cascade.
She lives in the nice part.
Yeah, she also lives by the Atlanta airport.
The nice part.
The urban part. But keep going.
What's wrong with the black part?
There's nothing wrong with the black part. It's just I would think after selling all those records with Escape and being one of the longest running housewives, I believe that she would just do some updates and features to her home or also to the location of her home. But you want to know something? She's all about saving her money, honey. Because let me tell you something, honey. When she loses that Bravo check, honey, those restaurants are going to be down the drain next.
Okay, so listen, I'm assuming you heard some tea about the reunion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did Kandi do? Like, did she give a good performance for her to stay? Or
from what I hear, I believe that Andy Cohen was snoozed. I believe that she didn't do her job as usual. And I also believe that the only thing that she brought to the table was that fabulous dress that she wore and those shoes by Sophia Webster that she got for promo.
So it wasn't giving anything. It wasn't giving a performance.
It wasn't giving because
star?
Kandi has never gave a performance. She never wants to be real. If Kandi was to stay on The Housewives and if Kandi was on that reunion, I'm gonna tell you what Kandi should talk about. She should talk about her failed health inspections. She should talk about those reviews of that restaurant.
Sheree brought it up. Sheree was so petty.
How is that petty though? It's the truth. People talk about her.
She knew what she was doing.
I mean, but it's the truth.
Riddle me this. Didn't Marlo talk about She by Sheree?
I mean, everybody has something to say about She by Sheree.
Was Sheree feeling some sort of way toward Marlo?
It's the difference between shade and fun shade. Do I believe that she felt some type of way about Marlo? No. Do I believe that she checked Marlo behind the scenes? Absolutely.
Oh, so it's giving alliance.
I don't believe it's giving an alliance.
I'm not gonna check you on camera.
I mean,
because that's what Kandi is saying. That's what Kenya is saying. They saying that Sheree and Marlo and Sonia and Courtney have an alliance. And Monyetta was on the last episode talking about it was a collusion. They was colluding against the other team.
No, Monyetta works for the Kandi Carter crew, honey. So I believe anything that she says is going to be because she wants Kandi to say it. Mm-hmm. And Kandi wants her to say it. Mm-hmm. What was this?
I don't know. It's giving boyfriend.
Girl, it's giving California. I'm getting ready to move to LA, boys.
Back to LA.
Yeah, back to LA.
Okay, why are you single? Are you single?
Yeah, I'm single. I think I'm single because honestly, I'm just too much to handle. I'm ready to experience, men of different cultures and different races and just different backgrounds, honey. To be quite frank, I love black men. I think that they're strong and I think that they're able, but I just think that they're afraid of commitment. Mm-hmm. I think that they're afraid to be honest. And I also believe that they're afraid to spend money. It's too much to get them to spend money. These black gay men in Atlanta, I'm telling you, honey, they just want to trick on the only thing that's getting fucked on OnlyFans. And I don't need to be around that. I want to be around like-minded, strong black men.
Why Sheree ain't introduce you to no men? Or Nene. Nene know all the gays, and she knows you like older guys.
I love older guys.
I'm sure they have some older friends.
Well, Sheree does know a guy in particular that I'm interested in. And when the time is right, she'll make the call.
Okay, so you said you friends with Nene, right?
Associates with Nene.
Okay. Speaking of the leaked photo, they're saying that people are tipping Nene off because of the color that she wore. She wore teal during the Carlos King interview, and they wore teal during the season 15 reunion, and the Carlos King interview was filmed days before the reunion. Mm-hmm. What is your insight on that? Was Nene tipped off? I'm trying to figure out who is the mole in production, who is trying to undermine production. I'm sure there are multiples. What do you think about the interview?
I believe that it was a good interview. Do I believe everything that she said to be factual? Everything but she started Housewives, because I believe that they are an ensemble cast. Do I believe that she needs to let it go? Absolutely. And do I believe that she should come back? Yes and no.
I saw that she said, yeah, this is the house that I built. And then Sheree went onto Instagram and said, this is our house. We built this house. Mm-hmm. She feels like,
it's a team effort. Let's just take it back to the heyday of 2007. Okay. Nene was squatting. Sheree was living it up with Bob Whitfield, raising her children. Kim Zolciak was fucking on Big Papa, paying her bills and living her best life. Mm-hmm. It was a producer by the name of Princess who actually, was the producer of The Housewives.
She's not there no more?
No, she's not there anymore. I can say this. I do believe that her and Sheree were really good friends, way before then. And I do believe that Sheree, Kim, and Nene took this concept to Bravo. And now we have the Housewives of Atlanta.
I mean, I agree.
Oh, my bow tie.
It was Sheree, Kim, and Nene. They were the big three. And then Lisa Wu and Deshaun Snow. Like, I felt like Lisa Wu was cute. And then Deshaun
Lisa
Snow
Wu was the original Kandi Burruss. Let's be clear. She had the jobs, multiple jobs. She had the man, multiple marriages.
She kind of brought drama. She said that she would flip Kim over the couch.
Lisa Wu was good TV. I would take Lisa Wu back if she's drunk, pulled back, and well dressed.
So riddle me this: why Sheree ain't invite Nene to the get together that they had with Kim, Lisa, and Deshaun at the restaurant?
Well, she's blacklisted from that network. Sheree doesn't have anything to do with that. I'm pretty sure that Sheree would love to have her there. But if
Sheree bring it up
to the network?
Production, to the producer.
Yeah, she did.
Since we're gonna have this OG, okay, so they were like, no, Nene can't come.
Yeah, Sheree definitely is all about everybody having a voice and bringing all the girls together. She doesn't have any ill intentions towards Nene. She doesn't have any ill will towards Nene. And Nene needs to know that, Sheree is only coming out of love and light. But Sheree's not about to jeopardize her check for any woman sitting on that platform. And I wouldn't blame her. Would you do that?
Oh, okay. No. I mean,
I'm jeopardizing my check, honey.
Did she ever talk to you about how she boycotted the network and stuff like that?
Nene?
Sheree.
From my knowledge, she's never boycotted the network.
I'm saying, how does Sheree feel about that? Do you know?
Sheree feels like this. And this is me just speaking for my friend.
Is it a hostile work environment? Is Andy a racist? Is the network racist?
I don't believe that Andy is a racist. I don't believe that Sheree thinks that Andy is a racist. I believe that Sheree is doing her job fabulously, and she's doing it youthfully, and she's doing it with good hindsight.
Okay.
As far as Andy Cohen goes, do I believe that he's a racist? No. Do I believe that Andy Cohen gives people fair chances? No, I do not. Do I believe that Andy Cohen is big-headed? Yes, I do. And do I believe that Andy Cohen is not I don't believe that he's an understanding individual. I believe that he's judgmental, and I also believe that he doesn't give anybody a fair chance in the gay community.
To be on TV?
I believe to speak their truth or to be on TV. He gave it to
yeah, because he was shading you. He was like, no, we don't want to talk to him. No, we don't want to talk to him. But he like
Miss Lawrence,
the fashion queens, yeah.
He likes the older. I believe that he's for the older gays.
I think he like them young. He like them in their 30s.
He wants to fuck them young, but he doesn't want to employ them young. He's one of those. He just said he was a top.
I believe it. That makes sense.
Yeah,
he be in the club like rubbing the black men on their chest. And,
just like, let me tell you something.
But he was being real shady to you. He was like, we don't want to talk to Anthony.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because you can't shade me for doing my job, because guess what, honey? That was the most interesting thing that season 15 had to offer. I mean, season 14 had to offer. Let's be very clear, honey, who was in that first episode. It was me.
Legendary Burruss.
Yeah, and I was throwing her a bone.
Because
the girls like to kiss her ass, and Drew was begging for me to give Kandi some. I've said it publicly. I've said it to her face. Do I think that she's interesting and good TV? No. Am I a fan of her? No. Am I a fan of her music? No. And am I a fan of her fashions? No. I was a fan of the old lady gang until she kept switching up management.
How is it that, okay, let's stick to Sheree. We're going to go back to Kandi, but okay, Sheree, how is it that you were being giddy about Sheree who cannot pay, and then y'all just became like this again? How did that work out?
I was at a very dark time when I first started on the Housewives of Atlanta working with Drew. I had just had a loss in my family. I was dealing with my mental health issues. And, me and Sheree had took a trip to LA before filming had started.
Right.
And we just had a fun girls trip. I got to meet one of her best friends. We did some shopping on Rodeo Drive. We had a lot of fabulous dinners, and it was a really, really good time. Sheree and me have been friends for a couple of years. And, after everything transpired with Drew and before the season had started, I told myself I got to start living my life right, and I got to tell my friend what's going on. And I went back to Sheree. I gave her a call, and we talked about everything, and we put it all on the table, and I was open and honest with her. And now we've been able to, really have a beautiful friendship, and I wouldn't trade it for the
Okay.
world.
Okay, I respect it. I respect it. What's going on with the nose though? Were you there for that?
Who's?
And be honest.
Shrek?
Sheree's nose, yes. It's giving nose job. She definitely got a nose job.
My thing is
And I'm trying to figure out why she went.
She's the one. She's a woman of a particular age, and let me tell you something, honey. If the Beverly Hills Housewives can do nip and tucks, why can't the Atlanta Housewives do it?
Everybody can do it.
Everybody, I do it.
She went on to Watch What Happens Live and said, no, she didn't do nothing to her face.
At that time, I don't believe she did anything to it.
What about this time? What about this time?
I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. You want me to keep it real with you?
Yes, I want you. Did she get a nose job?
I don't know if she got a nose job, but I do believe that she got some work done, and there's nothing work
On her face.
Yeah, we all get done work done on our face. I just got Botox and fillers and injections, honey, by Aesthetics by Linda.
You so funny.
She did a good job.
Yeah, because the confessionals, Kandi and them is saying now, oh, now she looks like Drew. Like on all the speak on it, she's saying, oh, she got a new face and she's trying to look like Drew. I think she just said it in like 2 speak on it ago.
And who's watching Speak
she's
on
like,
it
it's
again?
giving. A lot of people watch Speak on it, no?
So why isn't it on any streaming platforms like Apple or Tidal or Revolt?
Do you think Sheree look like Drew?
Absolutely not.
Okay, why Sheree ain't on YouTube? Why are the ladies, riddle me this? I don't know where I heard this from. But why is it that Kandi is the only one with an after show? Like, I feel like, in my personal opinion, she kind of like low-key controls the narrative. And I feel like the other housewives are allowing her to control the narrative because no one is on social media like Kandi.
Well, I'm going to say this. Season 16 is about to be a good one. All the girls are gearing up that got contracts so far.
They have contracts now.
That have got contracts so far.
Did Sheree get a contract?
That's her business to tell and not mine to say, honey. But let me just tell you this, honey. The OG is here to stay.
Okay, the OG is here to stay. Okay. And the veteran is not. The longest running housewife is not.
From what I hear, Kenya and Kandi were both on the chopping blocks. And let's just say this. Nene just said it on Carlos King. The fans have said it. Who gives better TV, Kenya or Kandi?
So you think they're gonna choose between the two?
And my pick is to choose Summer to stay and Latrice to go home.
Not Latrice. What reference is that?
Her middle name, Kandi Latrice.
Oh, that's her middle name.
You know, it's a lot about Kandi. That's like, her first solo album.
I never listened to it.
I don't think anybody listened to it because she didn't even sell 1 million copies and it only went gold.
But she had a hit, didn't she?
She
Don't
had,
Think About or something?
Yeah, she had a hit while she was fucking Jermaine Dupri at the time. This Kylie lip oil, y'all. This Kylie lip oil. That wasn't spit that came out of my mouth. That was oil. Kylie got a good product, y'all. I just got my lips plumped up.
Oh, why you going to LA?
I'm going to LA to follow my dreams and reach my chitterlicious potential.
But you came from LA.
Yeah, I did. I went to school out in LA. I did a lot of things out in LA, and I came to Atlanta for new opportunities and to break new ground. Am I done with Atlanta? No. I believe in being a bi-coastal worldwide woman, as Beyonce said in 2007 on the B-Day Anthology album.
Oh.
Worldwide woman, WWW. I act, I read, and I give them.
Zeus, what happened with Zeus? Why you didn't do Bad Boys Club?
They reached out to me, but you want to know something? That doesn't fit my brand. I don't fight with my fist. I fight with my words.
Drew said you fought.
And Drew,
that's why she doesn't want to be
Drew
around
also
you.
says that she can sing, honey, and she got dropped from Slip and Slide Records. So, and she also says that she can sing, and she didn't even get 1 million streams on that bullshit ass video that she just released. That's on YouTube.
You thought it was low budget?
I thought it was low budget. I thought it was low brow, and as Kenya would say, I thought it was a knockoff version of Blow. I was actually in the studio with Drew, and I actually got a video of her like just singing. Hold on.
She can sing. Drew can sing now.
If she can sing, how did she get dropped from Slip and Slide Records? That's one of the worst record labels.
Well, just because you can sing, that don't mean you can sell records. Okay, we can't do no copyright.
She late.
She not finna copyright this. Hold on, I'm gonna.
She can't sing.
Open it up.
She can't sing. You see that busted
Yes,
ass?
she
Let
can.
me show you this.
You think Kandi can sing?
No, that's why she can't sing on no records. And that's why on all the albums of Escape, Latavia, or whatever the names is these days.
Nah, you can't call them.
With women.
Yeah, I gotta keep you in check.
What do you think?
Who was that she's sitting on? That better be Ralph. That's her husband, right?
Let me see.
That she's sitting on?
No.
That is her husband. That's not her husband? That's her husband.
Oh,
okay, let me show the people. Did you
I can actually tell you who that is.
I'm gonna did you secretly record this?
No.
Because she doesn't like secret recordings.
She doesn't like secret recordings, but she recorded me.
Okay,
Get into
I don't
it,
know if
y'all.
Y'all can see this. But there's a
You see that bad wig? Ooh, that one go naked that day.
she's sitting on somebody's lap. That's not Ralph?
No.
Yes, it is. Didn't they make the song together?
Kandi made music with Jermaine Dupri, and that went where?
She was sitting on a random man in the studio.
It wasn't a random man. It was one of the producers from Housewives.
Ashton.
Ooh, Aaron, honey. Yes. How did you know?
You told me.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
is he still there?
Is she still creeping around with
that
him?
was Ashton. What does Ashton look like? You got a picture?
I actually a contact picture.
Apparently, according to Anthony, the assistant, he's saying that Drew had a thing with Ashton, or Ashton had a thing for Drew.
Mm-hmm.
And Ralph was okay with that.
Ralph was okay with
So it was giving open marriage.
It's giving. I don't have a picture. I forgot his Instagram, but yeah, his name is Ashton.
I want to compare his arms since you're saying that's him.
Let me try to see if I can find
He's
this.
muscular?
Yeah, he's light skinned, got glasses.
Muscular. No.
He's
it
in the
like-
middle. He's in the middle. He got a line. He's something to rub on. He's definitely something to rub on.
Is he cute?
Is he my type? Absolutely not. He don't have enough money. Is he something to look at? He's one of the quirky types. So, but Nene knows Ashton. Everybody knows Ashton.
So he's been there for a while.
He's been there for a while, and they've had together. They've went on dates together. I mean, was I there when they had? No. Was I there when they?
So
went
how
on
do you know?
She told me.
So has she been having sex with women and this Ashton man?
She's very fluid. Why you think she got 3 kids, honey? By
So
all
was
these
she-
different men.
Was she with the Ty?
Huh?
Was she with Ty?
Was she with? Yeah.
So tell me why. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it's just like all of this. Okay, so tell me why LaToya. So Marlo sent that recording to Drew in the last episode, and then Drew got a call from LaToya, and then LaToya basically was denying that they kissed, even though she admitted it in the season 13 reunion. So why do you think that is?
LaToya want that check back, and LaToya is willing to, juggle back and forth, to see how she can get it back. Did her and Drew kiss? Drew told me that they kissed after, because I asked her, because I told Drew that she was boring, and she was like, "Well, I'm not boring." That's the reason why she said she fired me, is because I said that she was boring, and when she was boring, that's why she enlisted the queen over here to get it together.
She's sitting next to Andy though.
Huh?
She's sitting next to Andy.
She's sitting next to Andy because she's throwing out that she's getting a divorce. She's sitting next to Andy because, honestly, outside of Sheree and Marlo, she's the only one that gave a delusional show. Let me tell you something. Drew's first season coming in, marriage problems with Ralph. And I don't remember anything else. Second season, she used me for a storyline. Because that's what she went off of. She didn't have anything else to talk about. And now she's went to her husband. Her estranged ex-husband now, as I should say. Because, the divorce is happening. I'm going to tell you something. Do I believe that the divorce is happening? Yes, I do. Do I believe that
believe it too.
Yeah, but it's for the cameras.
It's for the cameras?
It's for the cameras. Her and Ralph, I believe they got married for a business agreement. Ralph wants to be famous. Drew wants to be relevant. She hadn't been relevant since Step Up and White Chicks. Let's be very clear. Until she got on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because prior to that, what did she do? A movie where she paid T-Buys?
The movie was good, though.
The movie was also on VH1 in 2013.
With Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
Drew Sidora. I don't know who the other girl was. Who was the other girl?
Irrelevant.
Okay.
Next case.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. So I'm just trying to get this dynamic through my head. So they basically was cheating on each other. So she was messing with the producer. I cannot believe that.
Yeah, she was
She
actually.
messing
So actually,
with
when
that's probably why she said.
get this, so when the alleged assault happened at the Lanithia Lounge, honey, it was a legendary time. Guess who she was in the? Guess who she was hugged up with him right in the Lanithia quarters, honey. It was Nene in the section. It was me. It was Freedom. It was Drew. It was Ashton and a host of other props in the section. And she was hugged up with Ashton. And I remember verbatimly after it happened, I was very, very heated. Her and Ashton left together. And I got in the car and I called Ralph on my phone and I let him know that he better get his wife before I get her.
Where is my phone?
Ooh.
Chalet. Okay, yeah, you called Ralph.
Yeah, I called Ralph. Drew is nothing but lies. Just like, remember when she said that she got my car repoed?
Mm-hmm. She paid the note to get it out the pound or something.
Let me see if I got this here. Because you know how these iPhones delete messages, and I'm not for all that screenshot and shit.
You got to keep your receipts, honey.
Read that.
Oh, I think you sent this to me. For you to say my car was repossessed is a joke. My credit score is in the mid 700s, so that is a lie, honey.
What did I say, baby?
Your Experience score is a 750.
Case closed. That didn't help me do anything, honey.
But that was before the repo. After the repo, that's when it did your credit.
My car never got repoed.
Oh, okay.
Don't play with me, baby. I pay my bills on time.
Okay. Because Georgia Power don't wait for nobody.
It don't wait for nobody, baby. You
paying
me for this interview? Huh? You paying me for this interview?
No. We don't pay for interviews. And that's another thing. These podcasters are paying for interviews. That's whack, and y'all are fucking up the journalism game. I just want to let y'all know. That's whack. Okay, so how do you feel about Kenya this season? Since you watched the show, how do you feel about Kenya?
I feel like Kenya is bored. I feel like Kenya needs better fashions. And I also feel like Kenya needs a better wigologist. And I also believe that Kenya pays men. I mean, we've known about this, and it's in public records, baby. She pays men. The guy that she's with now that owns Call Me Crazy, which has
is that a real thing?
No, it was just done for promotion. She needed a man. He needed to promote his products.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He's running around Buckhead with all types of women.
Is that what did Sheree say about him? What did Sheree say about Roy? Does she think it's real? Because they saying that, you know.
I'll put it this way. Sheree said it's about as real as Kenya's ass and acting career.
Okay. How you feel about Chef Scott Lee Ennis?
Say who?
Chef Scott Lee.
Who is she?
Marlo's boyfriend.
Oh, I believe he's a very handsome man, and he's pinning her down in the bedroom.
Okay, how you feel about Marlo this season?
I feel like Marlo is coming in guns blazing, and she's telling the truth, and she's doing it being fabulously Marlo Hampton and being fashion forward.
They say Drew ate Marlo up last episode when she said, "Oh, you need to be worried about getting your record expunged and yada yada yada."
I mean, but that's all old talk. Drew needs to worry about getting good liposuction. Drew needs to worry about getting good help to help her raise her kids. Drew needs to get good help helping her fix her credit.
What happened with Drop It With Drew? Is she still doing that?
No, it was all a storyline. You seen how I was outside sweating. It's fake.
They keep asking about it. They be like, "Oh, how was Drop It With Drew?" And she's like, "Oh, it's good."
Let me tell you something. Every season, Drew has these house calls at our house, bringing in people that she thinks that's going to be able to help her. She's doing it,
and that's why she hired you.
That's why she hired me, and she took advantage of me, and I just did not like that.
Okay, so you said Kandi's on the chopping block.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Courtney.
I love Courtney. I'm here.
Really?
Let me tell you something. Courtney is getting it together episode by episode, and I've actually had the pleasure of building a relationship with her outside of the show, and I think that she's a phenomenal mother, a phenomenal woman, and I just believe that if she comes back next season, I just think that she needs to get a little bit more fashion forward, but outside of that, she got it all down packed.
Why Sheree not helping Courtney with her fashions?
That's not her responsibility.
That's her friend, though. I mean, I see Marlo trying to get Sonya hit the game.
Yeah, she did. Now, Marletta, she got Sonya together.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, so Courtney Manietta. So wait, do you think Courtney coming back next season?
Yes.
Really?
I think she's
Because they good for like hiring and firing.
And that's when, and once again, remember what I was telling you, Andy, I believe that network does a bad job with casting. I believe that they don't believe in giving people a fair chance. And I don't believe they want to show new people and bring new people to premise.
Okay, have they given Sonya a fair chance?
Yes.
How you feel about Sonya?
Do I think she needs to hold a peach? No. Do I think she could be a friend of the Housewives? Absolutely.
Why? What did Sonya do? Why you think that?
She didn't do anything to me because I think that she's a very nice woman. I just believe that she doesn't know how to spend her coin. And I'm going to tell you this. If she knew how to spend her coin, she would have bought her mother and her father their own home, and she wouldn't be employing her sister and her husband to be her assistants.
What does that have to do with her being on to the show, though?
I just don't think she brings anything to the table. I'm really not a fan of the wigs. She can't read. She doesn't know how to really give a show. When she comes on, I go in the kitchen and I get a snack.
She did do the Mommy Nation brunch.
That's
that was
boring.
interesting. I thought that was a good scene. She did the Ross's birthday party where we had the Martell thing.
She did all these events and she had to have an ensemble make it tea.
She's the only one doing the events. The only one. Kenya did Alabama, and I'm assuming she's doing Kenya Moore Haircut Salon. Mm-hmm. And then Sheree did Portugal, which is really not her event. Portugal was a flop.
I actually thought the last episode was pretty good.
It was very chaotic.
It was good.
And I understood Sheree when she cried because, your girls was doing too much.
Hold on 2 seconds. Actually, that was my good girlfriend right there.
What'd she say?
Just asked me how I was doing today, and then I want to go grab a bite to eat.
Okay, Manietta.
I think she's boring. I would rather her go back to Atlanta Exes and stop running around being Kandi and Kenya's minion. And being a slave for the white man. Okay, I don't believe that Manietta is good TV, and I also believe that she needs to wear a better bra.
Okay, what's your dream cast?
Woo! Okay.
Everybody doing their dream cast, so you got to do your dream cast. Who you want to see back for season 16?
How many peaches I got?
Like, you have 6.
And how many friends?
2.
Okay, Sheree, Kim Zolciak, Portia.
You think Kim Zolciak will come back?
Kim need a check, honey. You see she online sending all them old bags.
How does Sheree feel about that?
Sheree is here for it. We just want Kim to do her job.
How does Sheree feel about Kim Zolciak's financial status, financial woes?
Everybody has financial woes. We in an economic crisis right now. I'm having financial crisis, honey. Why you think I'm trying to date outside my race?
Oh, amen. Black men have money too. You said they don't like to spend it though.
I mean, they spend it on me, but it comes with too much. They want you to do the horizontal mambo. They want to teach you how to do skims and scams. They want to cheat on you. It just comes with too much, honey. I don't got time for that.
Okay. Okay. So Sheree, Kim Zolciak. Do you think Kim Zolciak would show the foreclosure? Show her showing.
Let me tell y'all why I would want Kim Zolciak back. Kim, I want you to listen to this girl, and I want you to hear me live, loud, and proud. Okay. If you come back, Kim, I want to see you open up a storefront selling your cosmetic line.
No,
listen.
That is bad. You just said we was in an economic crisis.
Yes, but also that would be good for Atlanta, for her to open up a storefront. I want to see her date outside of her race. I want to see her work.
Okay, I can see that.
I want to see that. I want to see her dating outside of her race. I want to see Kim interacting with the girls and reading the girls, and I want to see her and Sheree's friendship that's off camera transcend on camera. And I also want to just hear her live, loud, and proud, and I really want her to do another cash trip. And I want her to be the host of it.
If Kim Zolciak, she does not need to open up a storefront. That's a high-risk business.
Really?
That's a leasing.
Or showroom at least.
Leasing, that's utilities, that's hiring employees. She ain't got the money for that. You have to be in a good financial. Too much debt for her. She can't even pay the mortgage.
Yeah, and I did read on the blog that she owed American Express and Target.
So that's a no. But if she comes back on, she has to take the cash trips. No,
she has to interact with the girls. She has to interact.
She has to interact with the girls.
And I want her to date outside of her race, or I want her to dibble and dabble with older men.
But we want her to be honest
We want her to
about what's happening in her life. And we saw when Kim met up for dinner at your girlfriend's or, with your girlfriend, Sheree, she was not honest. Was she?
Let me tell you, no.
She said, don't believe the blogs. It's not true. Why would that even? I would never let my $5 million home go like.
And she also said she wouldn't let Kandi lick her box neither in season 10. But Kim is just gonna be Kim Zolciak. I'll take it. Kim Zolciak is good TV. She's good TV.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Sheree and Kim.
Sheree, Kim,
Portia.
Cynthia. Eva Marcel.
Is Eva and Sheree cool?
Associates.
Oh, associates. Okay.
And Marlo.
No, Nene?
It's never going to happen. Andy Cohen not letting that woman come back. Let's just be very clear. So I'm tired of just keep saying that. Let's bring Nene back. She ain't coming back. She's actually working on her own things right now. So
why can't she do her own podcast? Why is she waiting on a podcasting deal? She says that every podcasting deal that came across her email and every talk show deal, they would just like disappear. The deal was dead. So my whole thing is, why can't she do it independently? You need to encourage her to go the independent route.
Well, actually, like I said, I'm really, really close friends with her really close friend. His name is Freedom. He's a celebrity makeup artist. And me and him, at the time, were telling her that she needed to do something for the masses. She needed to do a podcast. She needed to do a project, something to really showcase her personality and also her plugs that she has in the entertainment industry. So that is something that I would definitely bring up to her again.
Okay. Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why are you waiting? It's been this long. Kandi has to speak on it. That's what I be saying. Like, y'all letting Kandi get all the coins.
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of things. Actually, Sheree's working on a plethora of other things. I'm actually working on a podcast right now. And yeah, it's going to be called Anthony Said. And hopefully, Sheree Whitfield is going to be my co-host.
Oh, talking about what? Okay.
Well, you know what?
Did you ask her?
I've asked her.
You just put, okay.
I've asked her.
Okay.
She told me when the time is right.
Okay.
When the time is right. That's my big sister. So whether she's my co-host, whether it's a joint effort, or whether she's just coming on supporting, my girl is backing me 100% with this, and it just has to be done at the right time. And
what y'all gonna talk about?
Entertainment news, mental health, and just being an all-around worldwide woman.
I like it.
I think the cast I did was pretty good too. We said we got 6 peaches.
I think it was all right. I like Eva. I like everybody. I like Eva. I like Marlo.
Eva like gonna lie.
So no Kandi.
If we got a 7th peach thrown in there, I'd keep Kandi just so people can poke fun at her fashions and we can just keep talking about her failures.
Oh my God.
And as a friend of the show, I would invite my good girlfriend Tanya Sam back.
Love Tanya. Love.
Myself and Lisa Wu.
Courtney wasn't in that list.
Ooh. Well, how many friends are the... Okay, well, hold on.
No, you left Courtney off. Can't have no more. No.
Myself and Tanya. And I would either give it to Courtney.
Oh, you want to be a friend.
Let me tell you something. We need to go back to the real essence of Housewives. Remember the days when Derek J and Miss Lawrence were up in the mix? Dwight, honey. We had the queens in the building, honey. Remember that one episode when Sheree went to Peter's grand opening, honey, and it was so hot? Her and Miss Lawrence was sweating out of their makeup, honey. We need to bring back the essence of the Housewives. Let me tell you something. Out of all the girls, I'm the closest with Sheree. I have a really, nice sisterhood with some of the girls, but Sheree is my sister for real. And I would just go off the record and saying we need to bring back the essence of Housewives. Do I believe that we need Nene back? No, I believe that it's not going to happen. So we need to just shut that door and we need to keep it closed. But I do believe that if they brung on somebody supporting like me as a friend of the Housewives, it would be way more interesting. It would be different. And it would be something fun.
You got to get Andy Cohen to get on your side.
Well, you know what? I'm all here for it. Andy Cohen never really gave me an opportunity to speak up for myself. He never gave me the opportunity to tell my side of the story. He never gave me an opportunity to really show my personality.
You should have been behind the bar and watch What Happens Live. Why Sheree and tell Andy that? The next time Sheree gonna watch What Happens Live.
I believe that can definitely happen. I actually just got a copy of Andy Cohen's book, and it's a really, really good book. I don't have a problem with Andy Cohen. I just want him to bring more opportunities to the LGBTQ community.
I like it. Okay. What else you want to talk about? What else you got going on? Anything you want to get to the people?
I just want to get to the people that you guys, I'm here to stay. I haven't had a long run on reality TV, but I'm here to stay. And when I get in the door, honey, I'm staying in there like I am now. I'm working on a lot of things. I'm working on my podcast. I'm getting ready to move to LA, and I'm also getting into acting. And as long as the housewife door is open, honey, I'm going to be in there as well, too. So you guys just root for me to be a supporting cast member, honey. And let's get these ratings back up, honey. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome. Thanks, Aaron.
Bye.
Bye.